Hey everybody, it's me, Miss Schwartz. So for this week's project, we are going to take a break from color theory. We have been doing so much with colors, warm colors, cool colors, complementary colors. Let's take a break from that, I say, and let's instead focus on perspective. Now, what perspective is, perspective literally means the way we see things, what we see right in front of our eyes. And there is 1 point perspective. And if you look over here, I'm just going to show you really quick what 1 point perspective is. I'm going to be using a ruler. If you have a ruler for this project, it helps. If you don't, that's okay. You can use something with a straight edge. You can use a box like this. You can use a thick piece of cardboard. As long as it has a straight edge, you can even use the spine of a book. The spine of a book. Let me find a book really quick. You can use the spine of a book to get a straight line. So anyway, so this is what 1 point perspective is really quick. My horizon line. Okay, there we go. We'll just pretend that these are pumpkins. One-point perspective is like when you stand at the end of a really long hallway and you stare straight down and notice that everything gets tinier and tinier and tinier and tinier and tinier the further you look down. So anyway, you guys can see what 1 point perspective is. My pumpkins get smaller and they start out big, but they get smaller and smaller and smaller and smaller. But we're not going to worry about 1 point perspective. We are going to look at 2 point perspective. What 2 point perspective means is 1 point of perspective and another point of perspective coming together and meeting. So point A and point B, So I'm going to show you what I'm talking about. But first, what we're going to be drawing with our 2 point perspective is haunted houses. Halloween is coming up, and haunted houses are one of the fun parts of Halloween. You get to go and get the pants scared off of you. But I don't think they're going to be open this year because of the virus. Thanks, COVID. So anyway, so I'm going to start right here with point A. Make it nice and big so y'all can see. I'm going to start with, I'm going to start with point A. I'm going to have point B. Okay, so I got point A and point B. And they are going, point A is going to go one way. Point B is going to go the other way. And they are going to meet. So it's almost like you're drawing a triangle. And then you can, of course, you can use your ruler. So, and then flip it over and like that. So since we are going to be drawing haunted houses, we're going to need to be drawing it a little bit more because so far all we have is 2 lines that meet. So this is not the roof of your building, okay? Let me show you what I'm talking about. So I'm just going to put a little dot to help guide me. I'm going to put my ruler up against that dot, and I'm just going to go draw a straight line, okay? And then I'm going to draw another straight line. And while I'm drawing these lines, if you look above me, you will see some examples of 2 point perspective drawing. So enjoy the examples. Oops. Okay, so I'm going to erase that. I'm going to put my ruler aside. Okay. So it looks like you're staring at a building from its corner, from the corner of our haunted house. So what you're going to be doing is you are going to be adding windows and doors, and let me show you what I'm talking about. This is where it gets a little tricky. So you would not want to draw your windows like this. You wouldn't want to draw them as if they're appearing straight. See how that just doesn't look right? Okay, so let me show you what I'm talking about. You are going to make the lines of your windows and doors go along with the lines of your building outline. So like that. And now I'm going to go in the opposite direction on the other side. Okay, so you see how that looks much better than what I had originally. So this is a haunted house. So I'm going to make my windows like this. And the best part is if you don't have anything to color with, you can just use pencil. This is a challenging drawing, so make sure your pencil has an eraser like mine does, because you, just like I've been, you will be making mistakes and you'll have to go back and erase them. Again, this is a challenging drawing, so pace yourself. That means take it slow. And since this is a haunted house, I'm going to draw some cracks. Speech bubble coming out of this window. It's going to look a little weird because I have my point B here, but it's going to say, help me. Okay, so I'm going to add some more windows. Remember, make sure that your horizontal lines, the lines that go from this point to that point, the lines that go straight across, that they go upward like this line. Otherwise, your house is going to look a little wonky. And we want it to be scary, but not wonky. I'm going to add some cobwebs. I'm going to draw 2 hands. You know, the cliche of the scary haunted house where you see the bloody handprints up against the glass in the window. So, and I'm going to draw a vampire. That's a silly looking vampire. It's a vampire a preschooler would draw. Wow, what is such a god. Okay, now I'm going to draw my door. I'm going to make it look all beat up. Give it some cracks. And if you guys want to color this, you can. I'm going to put a big window here. And I'm just going to draw a bunch of ghosts having a party. This is not a very scary haunted house. This is like a cutesy haunted house. Oh. Yeah, they're talking about what they're going to do for the weekend. Okay. You can also add a roof if you want. So if you draw your roof, you're going to kind of draw like a wedge, like a really skinny triangle up here, and then you're going to draw a really skinny triangle on the other side. Okay, do you see how that comes together? So I'm going to add, I'm just going to add a rusty chainsaw here. I got left out the weeds. I'm gonna add lots of weeds. I'm gonna add vines growing up the house because you know those really old creepy houses you see, and they got all those icky plants in the yard, or those not plants but weeds. Well, weeds are plants, but. And just for kicks, I'm gonna add some graves. And obviously this isn't my best work, because if I did my absolute best 2-point perspective haunted house, this video would be like 30 minutes long, and ain't nobody got time for that. So we have learned today about what 2-point perspective is. I've shown you how to draw a 2-point perspective haunted house. Remember, give it details. I want to see, you know, creepy things like ghosts and monsters and unexplained mysteries. And remember, if you guys have any trouble doing this project, please reach out to me at my Google Voice number, 816-482-9743. Or you can reach out to me at kschwarz@kcpublicschools.org. That is my email, obviously. So, and don't forget, you can always color this if you want. You don't have to, but do whatever you want. So I cannot wait to see your 2-point perspective haunted houses. Okay, I miss you guys. Goodbye.